right now at 6 o'clock. 2 people killed in Hartford within the span of a couple hours. Their killers are still on the run this morning. We'll have a live report.
At least 2 homes were hit by lightning as strong storms moved across the state. We'll show you the damage. Plus, Matt Scott with a look ahead at when the next storms could hit.
Also, get ready to cast your vote. The Connecticut primary starts with a full week of early voting. We'll tell you what you need to know if you plan on heading out to the polls.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Thank you for starting your Monday with us here on Fox 61. I'm Tim Lammers.
And I'm Symphony Privet. We hope you had a great weekend and you're ready to start fresh on this Monday. Let's go ahead and get you straight over to meteorologist Matt Scott this morning. What's on tap? We can exhale. Woosah.
It's a new Monday. Listen, this is going to be much different than last week. That's to say, not to say it's going to be perfect. There are a lot of opportunities for rain. However, if you're looking finally for a break in the heat and humidity, I think we're going to definitely see that arriving too. Still hot, still humid today, though. Showers, a couple of them tonight, but more throughout the rest of the week. And that all results in some cooler temperatures. We'll talk about that coming up. We're watching the visibility. There's a little river fog in the valley areas as well. Look at Windsor Locks at a mile. Willimantic is socked in by the Frog Bridge. And then Groton over to New Haven, not great either. So mind that, road warriors, as you get a jump on today's rush into work. If anybody really is rushing on a Monday. Satellite radar picture, other than that, is quiet offshore. There's some rain not coming into play. It's warm. It is muggy. That part has not changed. 65 to 70 with dew points still in the upper 60s to 70, and temperature and the dew point in sync, and that usually leads to some fog. Here you look at the temperatures out there as we get some sunshine coming in later on this afternoon. And those numbers bubbling up reflectively, getting into the lower 90s later on. And yes, still very humid. Now, rain arrives later on. Couple showers tonight. More tomorrow. Wednesday. You see where I'm going with this. We'll talk about this overall wet pattern. That's coming up in just a couple minutes. 6:02, first time this morning. I get to say hello.
Hello.
Hello to Rachel Piscatelli.
Where are you looking?
Because I was looking at you through the boxes.
Oh. It's like, I don't even think you're pointed in the right direction of the studio.
Exactly.
All right, good morning. Oh, the boxes.
The boxes. Oh, my gosh.
Too bad we didn't high five then either. Good morning. Following. I had no idea where you were going. Slowdowns over on Route 2 over just before Glastonbury on Route 2 because of road work wrapping up this morning. There's a good chunk of that portion of the roadway that is blocked because of road work. Otherwise, on 91 north over by Windsor and Windsor Locks, we have some slowdowns because of road work wrapping up this morning. We also have some reduced visibility. You can see those foggy conditions up towards the airport this morning, so definitely want to be mindful of that. Glastonbury to the Founders Bridge, westbound Route 2 looks okay at 8 minutes this morning. Now over in Fairfield, New Haven, all looking good. Waterbury through the Mixmaster, that road work has wrapped up, so the morning commute now should be hopefully running smoothly. Back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, Rachel. 6:03 now this morning. Hartford police are searching for 2 killers. 2 people lost their lives in the course of 2 hours over the weekend.
And while Hartford police have said homicide rates have been dropping in the city over the last couple years at least, of course, these 2 killings are still too many. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live at police headquarters. Brooke, what do police know about the cases so far?
Well, investigators tell us that it appears these shootings stemmed from people who knew each other getting into some sort of dispute. Now, this is something they say has actually become pretty common over the last months and years here in Hartford, and they want people to try to de-escalate situations like this. If you see something that might be getting a little heated, try to go ahead and give police a call. That way they can get there much faster than they would otherwise. Now, the first shooting this weekend happened on Saturday night. That was around 11:30 on Burton Street, just off Albany Avenue. Officers found 41-year-old Terrence Brown with multiple gunshot wounds. He died at the hospital. Police say Brown was part of a large gathering that was happening in the streets. They tell us a dispute likely got out of hand, leading to a death. Then, less than 2 hours later, police were called to Fish Fry Drive for reports of another shooting. This scene was just 3 miles from that first one. Police found 36-year-old Antoine Gouge with multiple gunshot wounds. He also died at the hospital. Officers say this was also also the result of a large gathering that got out of hand. Police have not made arrests in either of these shootings. Now, these shootings mark the second and third homicide in the city in less than a week. A man was shot and killed Tuesday on Garden Street after a dispute with somebody that he knew. Retired FBI agent and University of New Haven Professor Ken Gray says this kind of incident is common, often with that same factor in play.
Alcohol is often involved with homicides. And if you have large gatherings where people don't know one another very well and alcohol is involved, then quite often homicides can occur.
And Hartford police are asking anybody that maybe witnessed either of these situations, you were maybe in that crowd or nearby when it happened, go ahead and give them a call. That way they are able to quickly make an arrest. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Brooke, thank you for that report. We appreciate it. It's 6:05 this Monday morning. Governor Ed Lamont is expected to announce new safety measures for home health care workers. His team scheduled an announcement for 1 p.m. today at the state capitol. Lamont recently signed a new law to make sure home health care and aid agencies give their employees more protections, including disclosing clients' medical history and history of domestic violence incidents to workers. It also mandates home health agencies train their staff on safety-related issues, conduct monthly safety assessments, and give staff ways to perform safety checks, like through phone apps.
In less than 4 hours, in-person early voting will begin across the state for the August primary. Each city and town has at least one early voting location open between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. today. Early voting will last for the next 7 days. Remember to double-check polling times, as August 6th and the 8th will offer extended hours. You must be registered to vote to participate. To check your registration status or to see if your party is holding a primary in your town, head over to our website at fox61.com. Now, because early voting is new, we have all the details on the process you will go through if you choose to vote early.
Well, this morning, we're getting a closer look at the damage left behind from some thunderstorms over the weekend. Let's start in Manchester here. Firefighters say a lightning strike caused this fire on Oak Street Saturday night. Crews were able to get it under control within a half hour, although 2 firefighters were hurt. We're told that 4 people who lived inside the home will have to find somewhere else to stay, at least for the time being, because officials say right now the home is not safe due to all the damage. Firefighters said a lightning strike caused a small fire last night in the basement of a home in Cheshire. How? Well, crews said they believe lightning hit the ground close to the home, which gave an electrical charge to a gas pipe in the basement. The crews were able to find that fire and put it out.
6:07 and new this morning, crews in Norwalk rescued 4 people after their boat capsized in the Long Island Sound. This is a picture of the crew that helped save the boaters on Saturday. Now, police say the boat didn't have any flotation devices on board. Nobody on board was hurt, as they had to tread water until officers arrived. Now, if you're heading out on the water this summer, always make sure there are enough life jackets on board, just in case of an emergency. The state says 75% of people who drown aren't wearing a life jacket. Also, be sure to have the proper certification and training before heading out on the water. And do not boat under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
New this morning at 6 o'clock. If you recently went to the 7-Eleven on Route 32 in Montville and used your credit card while you're there, please keep a close eye on those credit card transactions and statements. Officers said they found 2 skimming devices on credit card pads inside the store. Not them. They said it was a customer who actually found one of them yesterday and told employees right away. At this point, police said they don't know how long those skimmers were there on the credit card pads.
A pedestrian hit by a car in Manchester is expected to survive. This happened on West Middle Turnpike near New State Road just after 2 yesterday morning. Crews say the victim was a man in his 30s. He suffered serious injuries. The driver who hit him did not stay at the scene. Police are looking for that driver this morning. And for the second time in a month, a shoplifting incident was reported at the BJ's on Spring Street in Southington. Officers say around $1,400 worth of items were stolen just after 7:40 Saturday evening. They are asking anyone with information to give them a call. Now, back on July 16th, officers say 2 men stole $2,300 worth of electronics from the same store. That alleged incident also happening in the evening just before 8 o'clock. Authorities have not released any new details about that case.